앵콜! 아, 1, 2, 3, 4. 아, 그림자가 선배 맘에 탕탕 호로 탕탕탕 홀로로로로 탕탕 홀로 남의 단짠 흐하 탕탕 호로 탕탕탕 홀로로로로 탕탕 홀로 남의 단짠 흐하.
Welcome to the GX channel. For all of you guys that have older Lexus GXs, I want you to go ahead and take a look into your fender wells. Specifically, the rubber piece that prevents your alternator from premature failure. Yep, mine is either missing or cracking. So to get ahead of this last piece from eventually falling off the next time I take a road trip, I'm going to replace it while it's still convenient in my driveway. I realize there's going to be many choices from you to buy from online, and some of these choices are at the $100 mark. But you know me, guys, I'm not going to spend $100 on a piece of rubber just because it has a name brand on it. But what I will do is spend $17.99 to get some pre-cut rubber. Well, Bob, the more expensive liner is going to fit perfectly because it's custom fit for our Lexus GX 460. So guys, that's what my channel is for, to see if a $17.99 liner actually does fit for our vehicle. Let's get to work. The $17.99 liner that showcases on Amazon is not going to come in a very pretty package. Obviously, that's not what we're paying for, right? We're paying for these rubber pieces. It's going to come with these push pins, tabs in there. We'll see if these will fit in our OEM holes. It's going to come with a set of instructions that is not even worth the price of toilet paper. And it's going to come with 4 pieces. We were going to check to see if these 4 pieces will actually fit, or do we need to puncture some new holes. Let's get to work, guys. We're going to start removing our old splash guard with our little handy tool here. If you guys don't know where to get this tool, I will send you a link at the bottom. All it does is lifts these tabs out of its socket for you guys very easily. You guys could do this with a flathead screwdriver, but this is just such an easier tool to use. I don't think I'm going to reuse these tabs because they are as old as these rubber pieces, and they are also dried and cracking. So our driver's side has this 12mm right there for whatever bracket that's for. I'm not sure. Maybe it's for our KDS, maybe it's for our old guard. I have no clue what it is. It's just a bracket that is in the way, and it's pushing our rubber mat out. So I'm going to go ahead and just remove this bracket, since it looks like there is really no use for this bracket right here. It's a 12mm. I'm going to go ahead and remove it. Stick it out of the way here. We're going to take the mat that says front left right here, FL, and there's an arrow facing towards the front. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and attack these 2 holes first, the very 2 most forward holes. I'm going to go ahead and take 1 push pin that came out of our packet for free. I'm going to take it on our forward top hole right here. I'm going to punch it through our rubber, and I'm going to go ahead and just start slapping this on here, and it holds. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and attack this lower hole down here. Let's see if it'll go in here. There you go, and it does. Now I'm going to go ahead and go to the very top hole right here. There's only one very top hole. Slap it in there. Okay, these push pins are not thick enough. Let's go ahead and find a thicker one. So guys, I had to go inside of my garage to grab a different set of push pin. This is the kind I got from Amazon. Okay, and this one works a little more better because when you push this tab in, these legs right here expand and it locks into the hole. The one that came with the packet, I thought felt a little too loose and wasn't thick enough. You guys can go ahead and find your own type of push pins on Amazon. I just felt this one was a little too loose, so I replaced it. So I replaced it with 1, 2, and 3 up there. Now it's a very tight fit. So here's the problem that we're gonna run into. Okay, so this very last piece right here is just doesn't go anywhere, and this very last hole right here cannot reach this hole right here where my middle finger is. It just can't reach it. I tried. It's because this bracket is in the way. This bracket is permanent. So what we're gonna have to do is I'm gonna take this piece right here. Instead of, you guys could cut this off, I'm just gonna go ahead and tuck it because I know it's not gonna go anywhere. And right here, where that hole is supposed to be, I'm gonna go ahead and poke my own hole, create my own hole, and have a push pin shoved in there. I can grab a little sharp tool right here and start making my own hole. There you go, that should work. Now let's see if I could push a pin in there. I'm gonna go ahead and take this out and push a pin in there to start it out, and then I'm gonna go ahead and locate that hole. There you go, it's located. Push it in, locks in tight. I'm gonna go ahead and tuck this inward so it doesn't fly anywhere. Like I said, you guys could cut this piece off if you choose to. It's not gonna damage anything to your vehicle. And there you go, you did your first portion. So it's not a perfect fit, but we made it work. We made it work for $17.99. Okay guys, let's move on to the next panel. Now on the driver's side rear, you're gonna get this piece right here that says R on it. Okay, and you're gonna have an arrow pointing forward, and we are going to make this one fit. Let's check it out. So far, our very top hole looks like it's gonna go in there. I'm gonna start pushing this push pin in there. Lock it into place and go to the next hole over here. Also lock it into place. Then I'm going to go to this bottom one right here, and you got a little hole right there. I think you got two holes. They do line up. Okay, so let's try both. Start with this bottom one right here. Look for that hole. Lock it in. And this hole right here, it's not gonna be a flat fit. It does curl up just a little. And it does one of these. Okay, and this last hole right here, and this one also lines up. Okay, so now we know the back one does a way better job than the front one, I think because of that bracket, right? Let's go ahead and slap this into place. There you go. This is the driver's side, front and rear for the fender splash guards. We did manage to get all the holes to fit onto the OEM holes, with a little bit of adjustment on the front. Now we're gonna go ahead and mosey onto the passenger side here. I'm gonna remove this old rubber that has been caked in here for centuries and have seen better days. It's finally time to retire this piece of rubber and throw it away. I'm gonna get one of the long pieces that actually says R on it also, and it has an arrow pointing towards the front. And I'm gonna start locating these holes, and I think the very first hole to locate, which is the easiest, where you're gonna start getting all your other holes, is this very top one right here. Just go ahead and put a push pin in here to get it started. Go through your OEM hole. Next, we're gonna wanna do the top center. Then we're gonna go ahead and go down here And we're gonna curl this one up to make it match the hole, which is no big deal, guys. We're not in this for looks. We are just in this for it to protect the big opening right here. And the very last hole is this bottom forward one, which lines up fairly nicely. What do you guys think? Let's go ahead and go to the front one right here. The front one didn't have a splash guard to begin with, because I took it off and never put it back when I did my alternator. So we're going to grab one that says FR, front right. We're going to take a look at the arrow. It's pointing that way towards the front. And we're going to go ahead and start getting to work here. Let me see. Hopefully this fits a little better. It might not. I don't know yet. Let's go ahead and start doing the very top. Top is always a good starting point. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the most forward one here. Push it in, and like I said, we have an extra piece that just dangles in the middle of nowhere, but that's not a problem because this very bottom piece right here is going to hold the rest in place and let that thing dangle on the inside. It's not going to like cause an accident or anything. There you go. Done. And there you guys have it. I saved myself $100. I got myself $17.99 panels that I made fit, and it wasn't that bad. Okay, and if you guys are interested in buying your push pins that are going to fit a lot tighter, I actually measured the holes with a dial caliper, and it came out to about 310 thousandths. Okay, so good luck to you guys. Hope this helps out, and I hope I saved you guys a lot of money. Peace out till the next video.
Les jeunes femmes s'en viennent et leur rire s'élève. Tout se retourne et crie et la danse se reprend.